The question is, the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle has its end at the points 1, 3 and -4, 1. Find an equation of the legs of the triangle which are parallel to the axis. So let's understand the question. So we'll understand the question by using the Cartesian plane. So let me see on the other page. Okay, this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. Please understand the question very carefully because the question is not easy. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is the origin, right? Now we have the hypotenuse, and hypotenuse endpoint is 1, 3 and -4, 1. So 1, 3 lies in the first quadrant. You can easily plot 1, 3, which is something like here. And -4, 1 lies somewhat here, let's say. Okay. So when I will join it, I'll get a hypotenuse. Now, if you have a hypotenuse, you have the perpendicular and the base, right? So if let's say this is the hypotenuse, maybe the perpendicular and base like this. If you have the hypotenuse, maybe the perpendicular and base is like this, correct? So, and please remember the perpendicular sides are parallel. Perpendicular sides are parallel to the axis, right? So first, let's say for this one, let's understand. So this point is 1, 3 and this point is -4, 1, correct? So I know that when I increase this line till I have this point, and when I will join this line like this, so I know that I have to extend up till here, right? Up till this point. So we know that this is the point where the line, the perpendicular line is cutting, which is x is equals to 1 only. So this is the line which is parallel to the y-axis. So the equation of that line, this line that I have is x is equals to 1 only, correct? And if I will see this line, which touch the y-axis at 1, because this point is -4, 1, touches the y-axis at 1. So for this line, this for orange line, this is parallel to y-axis, to x-axis. So the equation of that line is y is equals to 1. We know that because it is cutting the y-axis at 1. So the equation is y is equals to 1, right? So this is the case. We have the equation of line if we have these perpendicular, okay, on the bottom side of the hypotenuse. If you have the, so these are the two equations. But if we have the perpendicular sides up on the upper part, of the hypotenuse. So this is my hypotenuse, this is my hypotenuse. Let's say this point is A, this is B, and this is C. So AB is my hypotenuse. And let's try to make it the, so this is one of the perpendicular side that we have, and this is one of the perpendicular side parallel to x-axis and parallel to y-axis that we have. So we have another. Okay, so this is my right angle triangle now, and the front side of 90-degree angle is the hypotenuse. So I made it correct. So this point, let's say D. Okay, now for AD and for DB, we have to find out the equation. So if I will talk about the slope of AD, because D point we don't have. So let's say this is H comma K. So slope of AD is what? Slope of AD is how much? Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. So Y2 is K minus 3 over X2 minus X1. Okay, so this is the slope for AD. Slope for AD. Similarly, we have slope for DB because these two are the perpendicular side. The AB is a hypotenuse. We don't want that. So similarly, K minus 1 over H minus minus 4. So which will become plus because there is a sign of negative of the formula and then of the 4 also. So these are the two slopes we have. Now we know that these ADB and AD are perpendiculars. When these two sides are perpendiculars, we know that what is the formula for the slope? For the slope formula, we have the multiply of m1 times m2 is equals to -1. The slope of this, we multiply them. And that is equals to -1. So if I will solve it, it is k minus 3, k minus 1 is equals to, I am multiplying these two brackets to 1. So I am taking the self, because negative sign I have to remove. So I will take it in one of the bracket, it's 1 minus h. So h minus 1 become, I am multiplying in one of the brackets, so it become 1 minus h. And next one is h plus 4 only. Now this is the big thing. We have to think about a point h comma k where this whole equation is giving you 0, right? So let's do one thing, sorry. let's do one thing. I'm taking everything to that side. -1 minus h plus 4 is equals to 0, right? So if I will see which is the value of k and h give me completely 0. So if randomly I will try to put, I will see that if I will put k is equals to 1 and h is equals to 1. So this gives me -2. This gives me -1 -2, which is -2 again. Minus, if I will put h as 1, so this is 0. No, if I will put 1, k as 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. And 0 multiply h plus 4 is 0 only. So this is also 0, this is also 0. So everything subtracted is equals to 0. So this is the point. H comma k is 1 comma 1. So actually there are infinite points that you have. Okay, actually there are infinite points that you have. But one of the point I got off for h comma k is 1 comma 1, where the whole equation is getting 0. Correct? So this is the point, let's say 1 comma 1. Now, if I will find the slope for AD, because I have the value of h and k, which is 1 comma 1, and I will put it here. So if you will see, the slope of AD is getting 0, means not defined. And you know that slope is tan theta only, and tan theta is not defined at 90 degree. So 90 degree means making a 90-degree angle means perpendicular. So if AD is making a line perpendicular, so it means it is parallel to x-axis, obviously. So equation of line is AD is, it is parallel to x-axis. Okay. Now similarly, when you put h as 1 and h and k as 1 and 1, here also you will get not defined. So not defined means not making any angle with the x-axis. So because dB is like this and it is parallel to y-axis. So for equation of line dB, we have this is also equation, which is dB is parallel to y-axis, right? So there are not a single points of D. There are infinite points of D. So one of the point that we have taken is 1 comma 1, where the whole equation is getting 0. So on that point, we have the equation of line parallel to x-axis and y-axis. So there are infinite points. We can take D point anywhere, right?